Is the prospect of a UK-US trade deal dead under a Joe Biden administration? Going to bring you all the very latest on this, guys. Let me know what you think about this, of course. And of course, you can support my videos by clicking the thumbs up button and click join if you want to be a supporter. Now, of course, let's start out with the fact that the Trump campaign, Donald Trump himself, still with legal challenges in terms of the US presidential election. A recent Trump statement saying we all know why Joe Biden is rushing to falsely pose as the winner and why these media allies are trying so hard to help him. They don't want the truth to be exposed. The simple fact is that this election is far from over. Joe Biden has not been certified as the winner of any states, let alone of any of the highly contested states headed for mandatory recounts, or states where our campaign has valid and legitimate legal challenges that could determine the ultimate victor. They go on to say that in Pennsylvania, for example, our legal observers were not permitted meaningful access to watch the counting process. Legal votes decide who is president, not the news media. They've said, the Trump side, beginning Monday, our campaign will start prosecuting our case in court to ensure election laws are fully upheld and the rightful winner is seated. But let's just look at what a Biden administration would mean in terms of the UK-US trade deal. Now, Donald Trump has obviously widely and consistently spoke out in favour of not just Brexit, but of a UK-US trade deal. Compare that to some of the reports we've seen here in terms of what a Biden administration approach would look like. The Telegraph, it's too early to tell whether a UK-US trade deal will be a priority for Joe Biden, a cabinet minister has said, amid growing concerns that Boris Johnson faces an uphill battle to establish himself within the new White House administration. George Eustice, the Environment Secretary, confirmed the pair had still not spoken, but played down Mr. Biden's comments about the Prime Minister as part of campaign rhetoric. George Eustice telling the BBC, I suspect that now Joe Biden is president, that he and the Prime Minister want to cement a very important relationship. And he said he hoped the new administration would be happy to pick up on the work already carried out on a UK-US trade deal, but admitted it remains to be seen how much priority Joe Biden would place on trade in general, but it is too early to tell. Now, Nigel Farage, the other day, commenting on this, saying the Conservatives had 4 years to do a trade deal with the USA and a pro-UK president, and they failed. There is no chance now. Nigel Farage very pessimistic about the chances of a Biden administration and a UK-US trade deal. Another Telegraph report, Joe Biden will not prioritise a UK-US trade deal in the first 100 days of his presidency. A figure advising his campaign on foreign policy has told the Telegraph. The Democratic president-elect has shown little interest in the negotiations and would focus his early months in office on more pressing pieces of domestic legislation, it is understood. Biden would also face hurdles, the Telegraph report, appointing his US trade representatives who would lead the talks from the US side, given that its political opponents, the Republicans, could hold the Senate, which must vote through appointments. The hurdles would make it much more difficult to secure an agreement by July 2021, when the president loses the power to negotiate trade deals to technical US laws. Failure to hit that deadline leads to major uncertainty. Asked whether Mr. Biden would prioritise trade deals with Britain, a figure advising the Biden campaign on foreign policy told the Telegraph, no, definitely not in the first 100 days. Another problem, Telegraph report again, is Mr. Biden's lack of interest. He is not known to have mentioned the UK-US trade deal in any public appearances during 2020, when he held hundreds of campaign events. The highest profile comment he made in talks was a tweet in which he publicly warned number 10 that any trade deal between the US and UK must be contingent upon respect of the Good Friday Agreement and preventing the return of a hard border, period. He tweeted on the 16th of September. And as the Telegraph again make very clear, these are new hurdles. Donald Trump was a loud backer of Brexit and the UK-US free trade talks and saw Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister, as a close ally and friend. Biden opposed Brexit. Now, Douglas Murray, with a really good piece in the Mail on Sunday, warning to all those cheering Joe Biden's win, he's no friend of Britain, the piece entitled. And Douglas Murray making the point, the biggest prize is the trade deal we so badly need with the United States. America is this country's largest export market and our second largest import market. In the wake of our exit from the EU, it is no exaggeration to say that this relationship is crucial. And Donald Trump was on our side. He made it clear from day one that he favoured a huge trade deal with Britain that would enrich both parties. The goodwill was there, and from the moment negotiation could start, they did. Trump's experienced trade team has been deeply friendly to the UK. They stressed from the beginning that the US would seek a generous deal with the UK. And he goes on to say, unless President Trump can somehow push a deal through before he leaves office in January, there is something the British public should know. The situation with Trump's successor will be very different. Joe Biden and the Democrat High Command loathe Brexit Britain, Douglas Murray says. They believe that the Brexit movement had something to do with the election of Donald Trump, acting as some kind of forerunner. They instinctively connect the two. They also hold a contemptuous, furious, and deeply anti-British attitude to everything we do with our future relationship. In their extraordinary ignorance, Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House of Representatives, and Joe Biden seem to believe Britain's exit from the EU risks unravelling the Good Friday peace agreement on the island of Ireland. In fact, it shows that they have spent zero time thinking about Northern Ireland or studying the detail of the EU withdrawal agreement. Now, that's one side. There are some more positive outlooks on this. The Daily Express today, going front page in fact, with the headline, Biden will do trade deal with Britain. Going on to say in the Express report, Boris Johnson said there was a good chance of striking a bumper trade deal as he hailed the President-elect's defeat of Donald Trump in the tightly contested vote. Britain and the USA have been in talks over a new trading alliance for more than a year, with some experts predicting it could be worth a staggering £20 trillion. And a senior Biden ally, quote, vowed that Brexit Britain will remain a significant ally of the US, insisting there is a lot of work to do together. And Boris Johnson quoted as saying, I'm a keen student of the United States trade policy and their tough negotiations, and I've never believed that this was going to be something that was going to be a complete pushover under any US administration. I think there's a good chance we'll do something, he said. Liz Truss and her team have made a huge amount of progress and will get on. Following up from that, the Express also reporting that fears that Johnson's relationship with the new president wouldn't be as warm as with his predecessor were dismissed yesterday by a key Biden ally. Senator Chris Coons, who's been tipped to become Mr. Biden's Secretary of State, insisted there were significant and enduring ties between the UK and the US. More to do together than we could possibly do apart, and I think those enduring and tectonic forces will bring us together fairly quickly, he told the BBC's Andrew Marshall. Asked if Brexit would make the UK a less useful ally to America, he said that is not a view I share. I think the UK and the US have significant enduring ties and a lot of important work to do. And Senator Chris Coons quoted saying, I think the UK-US relationship will remain significant regardless of the departure of the UK from the EU. So really keen to hear what you make of this, guys. There's no doubt in my mind that Donald Trump is the most pro-UK president we have seen for a very long time, constantly talking up Brexit, constantly talking up a UK-US trade deal. Want to know from you, what do you make of all of this? What do you make of Joe Biden? What do you make of what's happened in the past few days in terms of the US election? And what do you think the prospects are now as we stand of a UK-US trade deal? Do you think, as Nigel Farage has said, that there is no chance now, or do you think there is still a deal to be done? Let me know in the comments, guys. And as ever, if you found this report helpful and informative, do give it a big thumbs up. And of course, click join below to become a supporter of the channel. Would really appreciate your support. And of course, as ever, thank you very much for watching.